tempers would flare in Philly as two old foes renew hostilities. How Joel Embiid got past that and some boos from his own fans to lead the Sixers. How long will Dak stay in Big D? Our NFL reporter on why he may want to be a free agent and how it opens the door for Tom Brady in Dallas.
I expect to make an impact, but I don't expect to do nothing like this.
Gotta go.
I could have, shushed him again, but it was all about having fun again.
Yeah, let's have some fun. Top of the morning to you. David Lloyd and Hannah Storm here with you. Let's start with some rough news for the NBA. He's getting better.
It's so crazy. I mean, Zion said even he himself, you heard it there, didn't expect to make this kind of impact. All right, here's the problem. He's too strong for the smaller defenders, and he's too quick for the bigger ones.
An issue.
Absolute matchup nightmare for the Blazers last night. He missed Saturday's game with that left ankle sprain, but back in force. And with the Pelicans trailing, cuts to the basket right over Hassan Whiteside. With the Pelicans down big, it's Zoe to Zion. He attacks the body of Whiteside for the layup. And the Pelicans down 60-52, shot clock winding down. Drew Holiday finds Zion. Backdoor alley-oop. 17 points in 16 minutes in the first half. The Pelicans trail 65-63 at halftime. He was 6 for 9. Early in the third with the game tied at 75. Holiday missing the turnaround. Zion crashing to the offensive rebound and put back layup. Now the Pelicans are leading as he seals his defender, leaving an easy pass to Zion for the layup. The Pelicans now up 7, under 7 to play, and he gets by Trevor Ariza. Nice move and finish. Brandon Ingram loving it. Zion out in transition, up to Josh Hart, who throws it down. And then Zion still, now the Pelicans are up 24. They had a huge third. They outscored the Blazers 41-21, catching the ball on the lob and finishing with a contested layup. 31 points, 9 rebounds, 5 assists. Pelicans win 138-117.
I expect to make an impact, but I don't expect to do nothing like this. Just kind of look to come in, just kind of fit in, just not try to mess up. But my teammates and coaches are always pushing me to say, no, be outside the box.
He's one of those guys that, it doesn't matter where he plays or what we do. It's always Zion, Zion, Zion. We've got a lot of veteran guys that want him to grow and want him to be a great player and have helped him in every way that they possibly can.
What did you think of his night tonight with 31 points?
Expected. Honestly, man, I don't see anybody that can guard him.
I feel like he's still not even in the shape he can be in. It's kind of scary thinking about what he can do in the future, but we'll take 31 every night.
Zion at 19, an exclusive list of teenagers to finish with at least 31 points, 9 rebounds, and 5 dimes. LeBron the first to do it in 2003 when he was just 18, playing in his 17th game. Kevin Durant next, a little older, 19 years when he did it, playing for the Seattle Supersonics against the Golden State Warriors. And the most recent, Luka Doncic, en route to winning Rookie of the Year last season. One of his 14 triple-doubles. He went 35, 12, and 10, and now it is Zion. He needed fewer than 30 minutes to accomplish that stat line. The last rookie to do that before Zion, you have to go all the way back to the Knicks' Cassie Russell back in November of 1966. Zion is now averaging better than 20 points per game, racking up 189 points through his first 9 career games. The only number 1 picks over the last 30 seasons with more points than Zion through 9 games, Shaq and Allen Iverson, both of whom went on to win Rookie of the Year. Coming up on SportsCenter, Shanae Ogumake breaks down what stood out most in Zion's 31-point career performance to date.
The hardest place to win a game on the road this season, the Wells Fargo Center in Philly. Clippers gave it a go last night. Joel Embiid trying to make up to Sixers fans. He's been jousting with them. Remember, shushed him the other night. A mix of cheers and boos when he was introduced. Embiid working to clean up that ratio, get back into the good graces, working hard on the offensive glass, through contact, and one for Joel Embiid. He did miss the foul shot, but great effort there. Not shushing the crowd, flashing a smile instead. He had 12 in the first half, game tied at the break. Kawhi and Ben Simmons locked up all night, kind of fought to a draw. Simmons, that's not what they mean by a back-to-the-basket player. Blind shot goes. He had a triple-double second straight time doing that. But Kawhi takes him right back. Hard dribble between the legs and exploding to the hoop. Kawhi flying in for the dunk. And look who's in the crowd. Yeah, Dr. J, like, boy, kids today, am I right? That was good. Kawhi had 39 assists, fourth quarter. Josh Richardson goes nuts in the fourth. Had 17 in the quarter. Philadelphia fired up. Then Embiid fouled inside. And it's Marcus Morris. One of the reasons the Clippers got him, no back down in this guy. And Embiid and Morris, yes, they do have some history. Let's flash back. May 2018, Game 4 of the Eastern Conference semifinals. Embiid telling Morris he's in his head, and Marcus is saying, yeah, we're up 3-0 in the series, so that doesn't really mean that much. Then last November, Sixers and Knicks. Morris brings Embiid down. They had to be separated again. So they've done this before. Back to Tuesday night, Embiid hyping up the crowd. Both guys issued technicals. And then Morris trying Embiid, and that must have felt good for Joel. Swatting it off the window. He had 26 points, 9 boards, Sixers win. Embiid heard the boos and took the high road.
Tonight, I could have, shushed my game, but it was all about having fun again, just getting back to myself, back to, doing whatever I want and saying whatever I want. That's how I used to be, and, I was dominating that way. This year, I made a decision to change, and I guess it hasn't worked out. So if it helps us win, and if it helps me help the team in a better way to win games, then I'm going to be that guy.
With the noise surrounding Joe over the past 24 hours, him coming out and playing like he did, it didn't surprise me, and I'd be surprised if it surprised you.
If you dish it, you gotta be able to take it back. I love my city. I've been here for a long time now. We have a special relationship, and can't wait for the future, especially this year. I think we can accomplish something great.
As we saw last night, Sixers win at home thanks in large part to their great play in clutch time. They've lost just one of their 15 home games that featured clutch time, which is defined as the score within 5 points in the final 5 minutes. Their scoring margin in those games off the charts, a differential of plus 59, 19 points better than the next closest team. Hannah?
David, undefeated San Diego State looking to stay so as they hosted New Mexico last night with the Aztecs up 57-44 in the second half. Malachi Flynn draining the three. He had 15 points, 8 rebounds. Next possession, Matt Mitchell gets the steal coast to coast, slams it home. Huge dunk. He had 22 points, 12 rebounds, and on the next possession, there's Mitchell again, getting the basket and one. San Diego State going on to win 82-59 and win the Mountain West Conference outright. The Aztecs improved to 25-0, becoming the 10th team to start 25-0 over the last 25 seasons. They're the first to do so since Gonzaga started 29-0 3 seasons ago. San Diego State clinching its first Mountain West regular season title since the 2015-16 season. They're the first team to clinch a share of a league title this season, and they picked up their 9th 20-point win of the year, tied for the second most in Division I. They are outscoring teams by 17.7 points per game. That is second in the country, right behind Gonzaga. Always great to have Seth Greenberg with us bright and early. So, Seth, San Diego State remains unbeaten, but they have yet to play a ranked team all season. Likely, they're not going to see that until tournament time. So how do they stack up to some of the top title contenders?
They're as good as any team in the country. They're as complete as any team in the country. They've got great balance between offensively and defensively. You're talking about an offense. They got on the floor at all times. They've got 4 guys that can shoot 38% from the three. 40% of those shots come from the three. They got an elite point guard in Malachi Flynn. They got matchup problems all over the floor. And on the other side of the floor, they're not a good defensive team. They're an elite defensive team. They don't get split. They contest every shot. They run you off the three. They limit you to one shot. They have matchup nightmares all over the floor, and they're going to get better. They get Nathan Mensah back. All of a sudden, they get another 6'10 player who can protect the rim. This team can play with anyone and beat anyone. They got a great win against Iowa, a terrific win against a Creighton team that's hard to defend. The key is their point guard. Malachi Flynn is so good. He controls the tempo and the rhythm of the game offensively, and then defensively, they are hard to score against.
Can't wait to see them come tournament time.